If you are someone that enjoys camping and you've been on a multi-day trip before, but you just are feeling grimy, you're feeling gross, maybe you're using baby wipes to clean yourself off, today's video is a solution for that. And it's not only just for showering and cleaning yourself off, but maybe you need a changing room, somewhere where you can stand up and change your clothes, or maybe you need somewhere to set up the toilet and you want some privacy to where you can go to the bathroom. OpenRoad 4x4 has you covered. This is gonna be their shower awning setup, but you can get it in a kit along with their pressurized water tank, so you can have a complete off-road camping shower setup off-grid out in the middle of nowhere. If you're interested in seeing how all this is set up and installed on the truck, you're gonna wanna stay tuned. In today's video, I'm gonna be getting into the OpenRoad 4x4 shower system. What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. If you're new here, my name is Chris. This behind me is the Fortune Taco. We're getting into cooler weather here, which means it's camping season. This video is going to be sponsored today thanks to OpenRoad 4x4. They sent me out their camping shower kit. We are going to get it all installed here on the Fortune Taco today, and then we'll do a little bit of testing just to check out and see how the shower awning works and how the pressurized shower water system works. This is a kit that is sold by OpenRoad. You can buy these two individually, so this is going to be an awning. You'll see once we actually open it up and get it out, but it pretty much gives you a little privacy room. So you can use it for, if you want to set up a bathroom station in here, you can use this for showering, which is the main purpose of what it's for. It's a shower awning, or a changing room, anything like that. It's a little privacy room, so you don't have to deal with trying to do this cramped up in the backseat of the truck, maybe doing it when you have the rooftop tent up on here and you're trying to figure out how to change yourself. This will give you a nice amount of standing room to, like I said, you could do bathroom activities, you can change, or you can shower. The second item is the pressurized water tank. So you can buy just the tank, you can buy just the awning, or you can buy their shower kit, which comes with both the tank and the awning, all the hardware and brackets, everything you need to be up and running and taking a shower, minus the water. And of course, if the water is cold, you're going to be having a pretty icy shower. So OpenRoad does supply these universal mounting brackets to help mount the awning onto your truck. Well, I have the Prinsu Pro Roof Rack here on the truck. If you guys haven't seen my previous video on that, I used to have the OG Prinsu, their version 1 roof rack. I took it off to put on this Prinsu Pro. I did a comparison video between both roof racks. I will link that up top here so you can check that out if you're interested. Prinsu, luckily, makes some awning brackets. The nice thing about using Prinsu's brackets is they are going to perfectly line up and pair with this roof rack really well. We got some hardware to attach these, and then our shower awning is going to mount onto those brackets, so we can just pop this thing on the roof rack and it's nice and mounted. So the first thing I want to get into, I want to get this water tank mounted up onto the roof. I did a little prep work with it. So it comes with these kind of oval shaped brackets that will bolt into the track system on the bottom of the water tank. These oval brackets then have, as you can see, slots in the bottom. Using the supplied hardware here from OpenRoad, we are going to mount these brackets up on the roof rack, where we have some space on the crossbars. So the water tank is going to go right about here. The awning will be right around the back door here. So you got water tank and awning pretty close to each other. So that'll make it a lot easier for using the water system when showering inside the awning. Once we have everything all installed, we'll get some water put in the tank. We're going to get it pressurized using this portable air pressure kit. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And we will test out the system, see how well it works, see how good the water pressure is. When trying to determine your mounting location, it's probably a good idea to make sure these brackets on the bottom are loose, so you can slide them around to get them lined up with the crossbars on your roof rack, so you can determine the best mounting location for your setup. All right, with just a little bit of elbow grease, we got that water tank on. It is now mounted up to the roof rack. So now the next thing I want to move on to is getting the awning mounted up here, because once we have everything assembled and mounted to the truck, it's time to do some testing. I have a nice little tether here Sure, that's to help kind of tie this thing down because it does come with stakes. It's pretty nice. Leaving the hardware kind of loose, I was able to slide the awning, kind of line it up where I want it on the truck. I goofed up, as you can tell by the logo, it's upside down, so I need to fix that when I take it off. But this is just so I can kind of line it up. Now I can take it back off, bring it back to the table, and then I know where those awning brackets need to be bolted on to the backside. So that just helps with the alignment. All right, so we are officially all bolted up. We got the awning and the water tank fully mounted. Now I think it's time to open this awning up, show the setup of it, and then we're gonna get some water put in that water tank and show the full featured setup of the water tank with the awning combined for a camping shower. This is my first time doing this, so don't judge me if I do something weird or wrong. All right, unzip that. We got lots of ties here, say OpenRoad, OpenRoad, OpenRoad. So, 2 Velcro straps in the middle. Boom. And then pull this out. Let's see, pull this one out too. Oh, look at that. And then all of these straps, as you can see, this is gonna be your roof. If you want it higher, someone taller like myself, I'm 6 foot, you're gonna wanna tighten these up and it's gonna pull your sides up. The bottom is flimsy, so there's not much structure to it like the top. We have all these, let's see if you can see it there, those metal bars holding this top rigid structure, so it's nice and square all around the top. But on the bottom, it's just fabric. So that's where the tent stakes come into play. If you were to stake down all 4 corners of this, pull them out and stake them down, that would then make this whole thing nice, square, and tubular. Tubular? I don't even know if that's the word. So we have our door here. Where's our zipper? All the way at the bottom. Now you can see too, when we open the door, it kind of takes away more of the structure. So it's kind of starting to fly around. So we definitely need to stake down all of these corners. We have a couple little storage bags here. If you want to put your shampoo in there and whatnot, or if you're changing, you just need to put some smaller items in here. You do have a second door. This would be on the truck side. Well, now you can see my back window. If I was to have that rolled down, you can reach inside the truck, you can grab stuff out of there, and then zip it back up and keep it closed, but it's kind of nice. There is a built-in LED strip in here, so if you're needing to change or shower at nighttime, that is gonna work well. A power button in the middle and then a plus and minus. I'm assuming it has dimming features, but look at that. You can take a shower in here in nighttime. All right, so now that we have our awning all set up, it is time to complete the kit with our water system. It comes with this nice shower nozzle, so we just need to get that connected. Luckily, with the quick disconnects supplied here by OpenRoad, we are gonna connect that, fill it with water, pressurize it, and test out our pressurized water system. This black cap you take off is how you fill up your water. OpenRoad suggests don't fill this to more than 70% full with water. I don't know how the heck you're gonna measure that, but you need to leave some extra space inside the tank for air pressure. Now, if it's really cold outside, you're probably not gonna get this benefit, but one good benefit to the tank being not only powder coated in black, but it is a metal tank. With this thing sitting in the sun for a good amount of time, your water should actually be a little warmed up. Like I said, as long as you're not in like freezing temperatures, but if you have some nice warm sunlight, that might help warm your water. This water tank is a 5-gallon water capacity. They also offer it in a 10-gallon size if you're gonna be doing a longer trip or you just need more water storage. Once you have your water full, you're gonna wanna put the cap back on, make sure it's nice and tight to seal in your pressure. There's gonna be a release valve here and a Schrader valve. So I went ahead and got myself just a little tiny portable Craftsman air pump. This can be recharged, it has battery power, or you can plug it directly into your cigarette lighter for constant power. And OpenRoad suggests to not do any more than 30 PSI in this pressurized water tank. This release valve must have like a check valve system in it. I was trying to air up to 30 PSI. Once I got to about 27, 28, I started hearing pressure coming out of here. So about 25 PSI, this thing stopped letting out pressure. So I think it has its own cutoff. I don't know if the pressure is wrong on this. I'm pretty sure OpenRoad says no more than 30. I was trying to put in 30, but it wouldn't allow it to go to that. So that's kind of nice. You have a little safety check system here. So letting it off pressurize if there's too much pressure in this tank. So that's good to know. All right, so now with that water tank full of water, it's pressurized, the awning is up and ready to go. We just need to check out what the shower system will be like. So you have your button system right here. Right now it's off. You can see there's no water coming out. Once I press this back button, we have a shower. That is awesome. A couple different modes here. I wonder what these do. Well, that's like some direct pressure there. It's a little softer. And this is kind of just like a spraying mist rinse off, but that's kind of nice. You got all these different modes. That's some good pressure right there, honestly. It gets you nice and scrubbed off and cleaned. I discovered another piece to this. I didn't realize because it was tucked up in the corner. I had the shower dangling here and there was some fabric in the corner and I kind of unraveled it. And I realized that there's actually a base to this, and using this kind of like hook and loop system, it connects to all four corners. And another thing I want to kind of correct myself on, I said it's all flimsy at the bottom. There is a little bit of like, I don't know if it's plastic tubing or something around the bottom to kind of help this keep more rigid. So I think once you stake it down, this is actually going to be a lot more square and sturdy. Sometimes when you're on a multi-day camping trip, that buildup of just dirt and grime and stuff and just that feeling of kind of just feeling nasty can be a little annoying, but with this OpenRoad shower setup, that is totally gonna change that camping experience. That is gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you stuck around this long, I truly hope you enjoyed the video, and if you could do me a couple favors, I would appreciate it. Drop a thumbs up down below if you did enjoy this video. It helps it be more successful to get seen by people just like yourself. If you have any questions about today's video, whether it be the shower awning, the pressurized water tank, or just anything in general for myself about the Fortune Taco, drop a comment down below. I try my best to reply to every comment that is left on my videos. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, or maybe you've seen a few of them, but you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You'll be able to see anytime I release future content right here on the channel. Once again, thank you guys for sticking around all the way to the end. I appreciate you, and I will see you on my next video.